Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alexis, and today we're going to be talking about all the books that I read in May. First of all, I want to say, hi, happy June. I cannot believe that it's already summer. It's been nearly a year since I started my YouTube channel, which is so surreal, and I'm really excited about it. Anyways, I'll stay on topic. May was a very weird month for me because I think I've talked about this a little bit on Instagram and stuff, not the most on YouTube, but during May I had my birthday, my finals week, and then I moved out of my dorm, and it was just a really difficult month emotionally. I started a new job and it was just full of different and new experiences. I really struggled with moving out of my dorm because my dorm meant a lot to me, and because of that my reading has been like all over the place. Like for the first 2 weeks of May I read one book, and then since being home the rest of May I've been like going through books so quickly, and I actually ended up reading 7 books in the month of May, which is honestly so much more than I expected and more than any month so far this year. So with that being said, let's actually talk about all the books that I read this month. But the very first book that I read in May, the one that took me 2 weeks to get through, was Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So right now as I'm filming this, and when this gets uploaded tomorrow, this will not be up, but there is a vlog coming of me reading Addicted for Now in the next couple weeks, so keep your eye out for that if you're interested. So Addicted for Now, in case you don't know, is the third book in the Addicted Calloway sister series. It's like 500 pages, and this one still follows Lily and Lo as the main protagonist, but I really enjoyed this book overall. I think I ended up giving it 3.5 or 4 stars. There were a few particular moments in this book that I did not like the most, but overall I did really enjoy it, and I was really excited to see more cameos from the other characters in the series, Connor, Rose, and then Daisy and Reich. I enjoyed this book overall, and I am really excited to continue reading the series. The second book that I read in the month of May was The Plus One by Maisie Eddings. I was so excited to get to read this book because I ended up buying this copy off of Pango Books for like really cheap because this is a newer release, but I really wanted it, but I didn't want to pay full price. But then I found this copy because it's a little beat and it was not super expensive. This is my first book by Maisie Eddings. I recently did a book haul video where I talked a lot more about this book since I have already read it, but I'm just going to talk about it here too. So if I'm being repetitive, sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. It's my video. I can talk about the book. I ended up giving this book about 3 stars. This book was very meh to me, and I was ultimately very sad that I did not like this book more. I know Maisie Eddings has a lot of hype, so I was really hoping that I was going to enjoy this book. I just felt very meh about it. I didn't get particularly emotionally invested in the characters, and if I do remember correctly, I think this was also third-person writing. Yes, which is also not my favorite in general. It is like dual POV third-person writing, and overall, it was like just okay. The fake dating wasn't exactly as fake datey angst as I was hoping. I just felt like this book fell a little bit flat for me. I didn't dislike it. I ended up giving it 3 stars, and I am excited to possibly read other books by Maisie Eddings to see if any of her other work connects to me a bit more. This book just kind of missed the mark for me. It was okay. It wasn't bad. And I would recommend it to others, but I'm not particularly passionate about it. I probably won't end up rereading it. The next book I have to talk to y'all about is one that I really enjoyed, and that was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. So I bought this book a long time ago at Target on a whim because I was like, everyone likes it, and I just never read it. And now that it's finally warm out, I was like, I am finally going to pick this freaking book up, and I did. And this book honestly has really helped me break out of my like slow reading slump because I devoured this book in 2 days, which is so much faster. I'm realizing now that I'm not doing a good job telling you guys what books are about. So let me tell you what this book is about. Okay, this is about our main 2 characters, Persephone and Sam, and they were childhood best friends for about 6 summers where she and her family would visit this small town where they had a lake house, and Sam was her neighbor. And it follows a dual timeline where you're finding out about why they were friends in the past, and then also reflecting on the fact that now, as they're both like 30, our main character, Persephone, ends up going back to the small beach town where Sam still lives after Sam's mother passes away. I really enjoyed this book. I think I ended up giving it 4.5 or 5 stars. I read it in 2 days. I read like 100 pages in 1 day, and then I sat outside and just devoured the last 200 pages in a day because I was just enjoying this book so much. I definitely do think it lives up to the hype in case it is a book you're considering reading. And I saw someone pitch it as The Summer I Turned Pretty for adults, and I just feel like that is the perfect way to pitch this book. If you enjoy The Summer I Turned Pretty but want something just a little bit more mature but with the exact same vibes, you should read Every Summer After. I'm filming this right now when I most definitely should actually be getting ready for work. So we're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna get to this quickly. The next two books I read in the month of May were both books I read on my Kindle, so I don't have copies to show you. I'll put a little picture like right here. The first book is The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. So this was actually my book club's book pick of the month for May. If you guys do not know, I have a romance book club on the app Fable that is called the Cold Brew and Cute Books Book Club, and you can find a link down in the description if you want to join. It's so fun over there, and for the month of May, we decided to read The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. I think I ended up giving this book like 4 stars. I honestly enjoyed it a lot. The basic premise of this book is our main character, Cassie. Cassie is an ex-OnlyFans girl, and she ends up taking this nannying job for a guy named Aiden. And when she's there taking care of Aiden and like his little kid and stuff, she realizes that Aiden was actually her biggest fan on OnlyFans. This book was dual POV, and I have a lot of really fun side characters. I think that was actually my favorite part of the thing. And had a little daughter who was really sweet, and then our main character Cassie had like a older grandmotherly figure who was in her life who was really funny and sassy, and I really enjoyed the like side character dynamics. The story felt very whole and put together, and I just really liked how well developed it was. I think I ended up giving this book 4 stars. I do remember that there was like 1 or 2 reasons why I didn't give it 5, but they're not really sticking in my brain anymore because I just overall remember this book as being so fun. There were a lot of moments where I laughed, and the banter was really fantastic, and honestly, The Nanny was a very, very promising debut from Lana Ferguson, and I am looking forward to reading other books by her in the future. The other Kindle book that I ended up reading in the month of May is called People to Follow. And truthfully, I cannot remember the name of the author right now. My brain's telling me it's Olivia, but I might be wrong. So People to Follow, I have a vlog where I talk a bit about People to Follow that will be coming out at some point in the next couple weeks, but People to Follow is a influencer mystery thriller that's YA. Essentially, it's about 10 influencers who are all invited to a private island, and then once they get there, they're like, oh, we're gonna be on this reality TV show, but the producers and everyone just kind of no-show, and then all of a sudden people just start getting killed. That's the premise. This book was one I was excited for, but also apprehensive about because I've literally read a book that was just like this. The exact same premise, 10 influencers, island, murderer. And I really liked that book. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the fact that this book is literally the exact same. But you know what? Honestly, I liked it. I had a few issues with it, of course. Like, with it being 10 characters, there were like 6 different POVs. So it was very, very overwhelming in the beginning to know anyone because it was 10 characters and like 6 POVs. And I was like, what's happening? I don't know who any of these people are. But once we got past that and once, you know, we started getting like into the story, I did really enjoy it. The mystery was all crafted. I didn't really guess anything that happened. And by the end, I was like, dang, this is not what I saw happening. And it was pretty good. And although the concept was like the exact same as this other book that's already out, that already exists, it still had its own unique story and mystery to it that kept it feeling fresh. This book does come out sometime later this year. I don't remember when, but it was pretty good. So if you're interested in YA mystery thrillers and anything with the influencery topic, I would recommend this book. I do think it can be a little confusing when you first get into it, but I also think that any book that has 10 characters is going to be a little stressful right when you get into it because 10 characters is a lot of characters to learn very quickly. The next book that I read in the month of May is First Down by Grace Riley. This book is the first in a series called the Beyond the Play series that follows a bunch of different siblings who all have like sport interests. So this one's like a football romance, there's a baseball romance, a hockey romance, and I think there's going to be an upcoming 4th book that is a volleyball romance. This book in particular is the football romance, and it follows our main characters James and Bex. It is a fake dating situation, and honestly, this book was pretty cute. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars, I think. The biggest thing that kept it from getting a higher rating for me was honestly James's point of view. So this book is dual POV, which I love. I love a good dual POV moment, and I really liked Bex. But when it came to James, a lot of the language he used when talking about women was just like not it for me. Just not. And it kind of gave me the ick, so then he just was not my favorite overall. I have heard from a few people who recommended this book to me that they like the series more as it goes on, and that James was also their least favorite like male protagonist in the series. So I am thinking I'm probably going to continue reading this series just to see what the other books are like, because I did really enjoy this one, and I definitely feel like this author in the series has a lot of potential. I just wish that the language that James uses would have been a little bit different. The very final book that I read in the month of May is Begin Again by Emma Lord. So while I'm filming this video, I actually have not yet finished this book. I am like 200 pages in, but I know that I'm going to finish it later today before the month of May ends, so I'm going to be including it in here anyways. My prediction for this book is either 4 or 5 stars, depending on how the last 100 pages go. This book is really cute so far. It was sent to me by Wednesday Books a while ago when the book came out, and I deeply regret not getting to it sooner now that I'm like, wow, it's so cute. So beginning it, it's our main character, Andy, and Andy is like a fix-it. She loves fixing things, she loves helping people, and she's in a long-distance relationship with her boyfriend, Connor, and things get interesting because she ends up transferring from her community college to Blue Ridge to be with Connor, only to find out once she gets there that Connor had the exact same idea and did the same thing and transferred to the community college. So they're still long distance and things are just not going as planned. But once Andy gets more settled into her new college, she starts meeting new people and starts having a really good college experience, honestly. She gets along great with her roommate, and there's this really cute, grumpy RA named Milo, grumpy sunshine moment, and yeah, I'm enjoying this book so much so far. Emma Lord has always been an author that I really adored, and this book definitely has her charm and wit to it. It's very fun, it's very atmospheric. I really love the relationship between Andy and her roommate and her RA, and I think it's a really great exploration of just how powerful college is, honestly, with self-identity, and it's been really fun. It's a really fun, fluffy, cute read. There was a point where I was reading it in public, and I was like literally just like smiling and giggling and like trying to like compose myself because I was enjoying it so much, and it's a really fantastic book. Like I said, I still technically need to finish it, but I definitely know that this book is going to get a 4 or 5 star rating from me just because I'm enjoying it so much that I know it's going to deserve such a high rating. All in all, those were the 7 books that I ended up reading in the month of May, and honestly, I'm really excited. I'm hoping to carry this forward momentum of reading so much into the months of June and July, since I will actually have the entire month to be out of school and like reading. If you made this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of these books and want to talk about it, feel free to leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram. Here is my handle, as per usual. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And just thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a good time. I hope May went well for you, and I hope that you have a fantastic summer. Bye!